Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here, and today we're going to be showing you guys how to make AIs weaponless. Now you can only do this with a few AIs, and they have to be your allies in order to do this. But basically, so let's do the grunt first, and I'll explain as we go. But basically, you want to swap weapons with the grunt, and it has to be a weapon that the grunt cannot hold. So in this case, we're going to use the energy sword, and like I said, the grunt can't hold the energy sword. So in order to actually swap an energy sword with it, you have to rapidly, switch weapons and, um, you know, rapidly tap Y so that you're switching weapons, while also trying to swap weapons with the grunt at the same time. So basically, you just mash the Y button and the whatever button you use to swap weapons with the AI. In our case here, we both use bumper jumper, so you're mashing Y and B. But if you do it correctly, your energy sword will drop to the ground, and the grunt or your AI ally will be totally weaponless. So let me just get rid of their active camo, and there you have it. There is our weaponless grunt. Now this grunt was still, without weapons, they'll behave quite differently. This grunt will still basically walk, on a path that they're kind of supposed to, but sometimes they'll just like start walking super slowly and like totally confused, like they don't know what's going on. But other than that, the grunt or any of the allies will basically never attack the enemies. They'll still have dialogue, they'll still say like, certain enemies are there or other stuff like that. But other than that, the grunts are pretty much useless at this point when they're weaponless. But still, it's pretty cool to see your allies weaponless. So same thing, we could do this with a marine as well. But to do that, like I said, you just need a weapon a marine cannot hold, in which case the energy sword is once again a good candidate. So we're going to use the Rex energy sword on outskirts and test it on a marine. We're going to do it on, I guess we'll do it on Sergeant Stacker in here. At least I think that's Sergeant Stacker, I don't remember. But if not, then, well, my bad. But if it is, then yeah, we'll do it on Sergeant Stacker. So just make sure you have a weapon you can swap with him, as well as the energy sword. Then all you gotta do is just basically the exact same method as before. Just rapidly swap weapons back and forth while trying to switch weapons with Sergeant Stacker here, or any other Marine for that matter. Now I don't know if there's other weapons that Marines can hold. Because if you don't have an energy sword, we're going to do the same thing. You could probably use any other weapon that Marines cannot hold, but I'm not sure what they can't hold. Maybe brute shots, but there's no brute shots on this mission, so that's not an option. But most levels you can find an energy sword, so that shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, basically the same thing. Without a weapon, the Marines pretty much don't do anything. However, if you do get a weaponless Marine into the passenger seat of a Warthog, that Marine will stand straight up the entire time they're in the passenger seat. And you can pretty much just drive around with them standing straight up like that in the passenger seat. But yeah, so that's what happens with the Marines. Now for the last AI that we can do this with is the Jackal, and only on the mission Sacred Icon, because that's the first and only time you have Jackals as allies when you're playing as the Arbiter. I don't think there's any missions with brutes that you can do it with to make them weaponless, because they never appear as actual allies in gameplay. But there is the friendly brute glitch on the last level, where if you flip them out the Wraith, they pretty much are weaponless. But that's a different glitch. So I believe the Jackal is the last ally you can do this with. So same thing, just swap weapons back and forth, and then try to switch them with the Jackal at the same time. It's kind of hard to do, and I actually personally could not do it. So I had Halo Dinosaur here do it because he was pretty good at it. But with the Jackal, you can use the energy sword, but if you don't have one, you can also use the Sentinel beam, which is what we used here. Now, if the Jackal gets hit and takes damage, it actually just instantly switches to like a T pose, and its mouth just like drops wide open, and it just basically stands there all stunned and just staring. I won't stay like this forever. Eventually, I go back to somewhat normal, but anytime it takes any damage, it'll go back to that pose. So yeah, I hope you guys found this little glitch to be pretty interesting and fun. And if you did, make sure to leave a like and leave your thoughts in the comments. And as always, make sure to subscribe for more videos. And we will see you guys next time.